Jake and Amir, I give you Amir and Jake. Yeah!
Sorry, did you guys solve the problem or just leave? Because there's a difference. One actually solves the problem, and the other one fucks us over majorly.
Look at that unorganized desktop.
Oh God, a lot of porn.
A lot of close this.
Everybody close your eyes. Okay.
Just dick pic after dick pic after dick pic.
No, we had fun. All right. Sorry. Wait, no, I'm not sorry. This is not my fault. All right. There we go. Hello. So, I have a clicker.
Don't risk it.
We're gonna stay on this slide the whole time. It's not worth it. I'll use my computer. So I'm Amir, and this is Jake, and we are very excited to be here. We had a great time in Israel this week. Jake doesn't want to go back.
I really don't.
So he's just gonna miss his flight tomorrow. That's the plan. Our lecture is called 2 Minutes or Less, Creating Comedy and Sketches for the Internet, because Jake and I basically are comedy web series creators, and we write, edit, act in our own web series called Jake and Amir. A little bit of a background on us before we get started. We met each other in 2006, so 6 years ago, at CollegeHumor.com, which is a humor website located in New York. I was a writer, Jake was an intern.
I eventually became a writer, so.
Well, yeah. Well, and then I became an intern, oddly enough. We switched roles. So College Humor was not making original videos at the time. We were just working on articles, text, pictures. The video landscape was completely different. The videos on College Humor at the time were, you know, kids acting drunk and sending the videos in, you know, blowing things up, getting hurt, getting into car accidents, funny stuff like that.
We still put those videos up, and they're still hilarious.
Yeah, they're still very funny to this day. The reason is because back in 2006, the technology to create sketches wasn't quite there yet. So equipment was expensive, editing software was expensive. So to make a video like me and Jake do now for $1,500 might have cost $5,000 to $10,000 back then. A lot of $3 signs. So in 2007, College Humor moved offices, and me and Jake found ourselves sitting across from each other, just like we do in the series, if you guys know. And Jake had gotten a digital camera, I think, from his dad.
Yes.
Thank
you, Dad.
He's not dead, he's just upstairs. You should really let him in. He didn't have a ticket. Can you guys... Mr. Hurwitz, you can... No, just kidding, he is dead. Why clap for that? What if I was serious?
I haven't talked to him in a few days.
He was really sick.
I was supposed to fly home, but I was like, no, I'm eating Israeli chicken.
So we both had some experience making videos in some capacity, you know, silly stuff you do as a kid, making silly videos with like an old VHS camcorder, a lot of stop motion stuff. You were making like Jackass parodies with your friends or something.
Still doing that, by the way.
Yeah. And we had experience making each other laugh. We would go into bits and joke around with each other a lot like we do now, but we didn't even videotape it. We thought that was a waste of effort. We might as well just start videotaping stuff for fun and putting it on Vimeo.com, which is a video sharing website for our friends to see. So we made our first video in 2007, almost 5 years ago last month. And it was a little raw, but we wanted to show it to you guys just to show you where we started. So this is a video we made 5 years ago. We looked like totally different people. You won't even recognize us. It's called Beer. Now to click on the triangle, indicating a play. Boom.
So drunk. You're drunk right now?
Last night I got so drunk.
Nice.
had like so many beers.
How many is so many?
I was like retarded.
How many beers did you have?
60.
60? 60 is way too many. That's not a believable number at all.
How many is believable?
12?
Yeah, 12. I had 12 beers, yeah. Stupid afterwards.
Yeah, I don't believe you. I don't think you even know. I don't think you've had a beer ever.
I'm holding the camera. Yeah, right. I drink it all the time.
What does it taste like?
Sweet. So sweet. Like sugar. What?
It's not sweet. Like sugar?
No, it tastes not like sugar. It tastes like the opposite.
Closer. Like what?
It's like you're drinking a sourdough baguette.
No.
No.
That's not it either.
Here's two. That was two things it doesn't taste like.
Exactly. So what does it taste like?
Tastes, beer's water. It's like a fermentable starch source. All right.
Okay.
It's like malted barley, yeast. It's common for flavoring to be added.
Like hops.
Yeah.
A mixture of starch sources to be used with secondary starch source. You're on the Wikipedia page. I'm reading it too. Rice and sugar often being termed in junk, especially when used.
Yeah, I see where you're at. But I wasn't reading it.
You see where I'm at, but you weren't reading it?
Why? What are you doing tonight? How many beers are you gonna have? I'll double it. Easy.
I'm not drinking tonight. I have to take my cat to the vet, actually.
You can drink before or after. Whatever you drink.
She has heart palpitations. They might have to put her down.
So sick.
As perfect and flawless as that video was, there were a couple problems. Number one, we were using two different cameras. Neither of them were very good. Neither of them were recording great audio quality. So you may have noticed that one camera is buzzing, the other one is not. There's just two very different audio tracks in that video. And also, the camera being bad made the video pretty bad. It's a really low aspect ratio. Low resolution, and as Amir mentioned, he's just straight up holding his own camera at his face.
We couldn't afford a tripod yet.
I didn't even want to put this in the presentation because I thought the acting was incredible.
Flawless, really. But I guess you can nitpick.
You saw me just reading the script from my computer, laughing over takes. So we weren't taking acting very seriously at that point. And also the editing, believe it or not, was not as smooth as it should have been. We were editing on free, I think it was like iMovie or something, just free software.
Yeah.
Neither of us had cut anything before, and we let the video run well past where we should have. We ended on the weirdest joke we possibly could have. So this brings us to our first tip. You should keep your videos short, like under 2 minutes is a good rule. Just know you're competing with the average internet user who at all times is just one click away from porn.
That's right. 3 seconds away from seeing a boob.
Just make it just quick and snappy.
Or a penis.
Or a penis. That's the lesson here. Everybody here go into porn. I'm still going, huh?
Yeah.
All right, the story. It was pretty simple. Amir's trying to impress me. That was pretty much the thing that was making us laugh, so that's what we went with.
And lastly,
and the reach. We put it on Vimeo, which is a huge site now, but at the time they were like 10 programmers working out of our office at CollegeHumor. So we put it on Vimeo, we shared it on, I guess that was it was just Vimeo.
Yeah.
And like a couple hundred people saw it, which we thought was
really exciting, because we only sent it to like 15 people. So the fact that 300 people saw it was a pretty big deal. So we're going to show you one video a year and sort of what we learned from each one, so you can go through a timeline of our videography, as it were. So this one is a year later, probably around the 100th video we ever made. It's called Nutrition, and it came out April 8th, 2008.
oh my god.
I'm still here.
Let's give Amir the quiz.
Now it's just going to be depressing. What kind of quiz is it?
It's a nutrition quiz. You like put in what you eat and it tells you how long you have to live.
Oh, wow. Me and Jake took a quiz once, and it told us which Sex and the City's character we were. So, don't think you're special or unique.
Okay, here you go. Question 1. How often do you eat vegetables?
10 times a day.
Really? Good job.
You don't eat vegetables 10 times a day.
Oh, I thought you said how much do you eat every day, and that vegetables was your nickname for me.
Being serious. How much fruit do you eat?
Oh, is barbecue sauce a fruit? Because it's red. What?
She's being polite. She meant to say, of course it's not. Obviously, fucking retard.
Alright, what about fries? That's a potato, or apples, or ketchup.
Well, apples are a fruit.
Okay, still 0 then.
Okay, I'll skip this question about vitamins because I assume you don't know what those are.
Thank you, soulmate.
All right. How many times do you eat fast food in a week?
Sparingly.
Oh, that's great.
Now watch this. Amir, what does sparingly mean?
All day, every hour, got a chicken nugget in my pocket.
Jesus, where did that even come from?
He just has them.
Alright, anyway, what's it say? How long do I got? 60 years? 200 years?
Stop.
300 years?
According to this, you should have been dead 10 years ago.
Living on borrowed time. Pretty chill, pretty poetic.
Yeah, no, you should watch what you eat, Amir.
I do watch. I watch it go in my mouth.
See, you don't even do that.
What?
Will you at least pick that up?
5-minute rule.
Another flawless video. But I guess there are some problems, like these. The audio is getting better. We were using at least the same shitty camera, but still a shitty camera. So it doesn't sound great, but it's at least consistently bad. We're still shooting on Canon PowerShots, which are basically photograph cameras that have video capabilities, which was the only thing we can afford at the time. But we're using tripods. I'm no longer holding my own camera. Upgrade. It took us a year to figure that out. Yeah. My shoulder just started to hurt too much.
You were jacked right here.
My left shoulder. Performance is not great, but getting better. You know, practice makes perfect. So here we were 100 videos deep, doing pretty well for ourselves. And the editing is also improving, though not great. It's still a little slow, but at least it's under 2 minutes, which is what we were trying to hold ourselves to. That was the standard. And it ends on a joke, just not a very good one. Story's becoming a little bit more developed. We start adding more characters. We're still in the same place, keeping it as simple as possible, but you know, there's a little more depth to each character. I'm no longer just trying to convince Jake that I'm his best friend, but other people, because the character of Amir thinks that like being cool is the most important thing in the world. Consistency. So we had released 2 videos a week at least for the first year, which was very important to build an audience. So tip number 2 is choose a day or 2 every week and try to release your videos. If that's too much, then spend 6 months making 10 videos and then release them 1 a week for 10 weeks. Just make sure you have something in the backlog that'll last you 10 weeks. Or yeah, you know, 5 to 10 weeks of consistent video release. That way people start to bank on the fact that your videos are going to be released that day. We were doing Tuesday and Thursday, I believe, and we were not smart about it. Like, we didn't shoot a bunch and then keep them backlogged. Like, we were shooting it that morning, editing it, and releasing it that afternoon. Playing with fire. Our reach was starting to grow with our, you know, shorter videos. People found them hopefully funny, and we were getting about 50,000 views per video at this time. And College Humor, the website that employed us, was like, you know, we should just put the best videos on our website, because they are a comedy website after all. So we were excited about that, because that means we could start working on it during work. At this point, we were only doing it after work hours when everybody had left. Which brings us to the following year, 2009. So we had been making videos for 2 years at this point. This is probably video number 200, between 200 and 250. It's called Scared.
Hey, you're watching Jake.
Oh, yeah, I'm putting on a mask. They can't see you. Okay, that's what the mask is for.
Oh my god! What's wrong with you? Well, I was just scaring you. It's a joke. You were legit scared.
No, I'm just freaked out about the hand, you know?
What hand? The
Hear
hand?
about this?
No.
There's that crazed axe murderer.
No.
Yeah, I'm serious. He's in an insane asylum, and he chopped off his own hand.
Okay, stop.
And it's missing. They don't
Okay,
know
I don't
where
want
it
to
is.
think about that. That's
We
fine.
don't have to think about it. I mean, it's pointless anyway. It's far away. It's never gonna. Oh no!
I can't. Oh my god!
Hey boy, smile like a big boy. You wanna get ice cream? I don't know. You're gonna be okay. This is fine.
So that video, there's still some problems. Mainly I'm wearing that gray hoodie too much. But aside from that, the audio, still a problem. We have a slightly better camera at this point, but you know, the audio is still not as good as it should be. Video. CollegeHumor at this point had bought us an HD flip cam, which wasn't a great camera, but it was better than the ones we were using, and it was at least, it shot in widescreen, which was an upgrade. At this point, we'd also added an intro bumper, I guess, for branding. And you should keep all branding and credits and stuff like that under, I mean, as short as possible and funny if you can make it funny. Just think about like everybody that walks up outside of a movie after it's over. Nobody gives a shit about your credits, really.
Right, we see a lot of videos with like, they're 90-second videos and then 2.5 minutes of movie credits at the end. Nobody's gonna watch them.
Editing. We're getting better. The videos are shorter, tighter. I think that was the first time we'd ever used a joke with editing where we cut to the crowd and I tell them that it's fine.
Right, which is the biggest laugh of the video.
And the story, now you can see that we're sort of forming a relationship. Even though Amir is annoying, I'm sort of treating him like my little brother almost. There's like we care about each other.
Yeah, there's a little more heart, I guess.
A little bit.
Just enough.
At this point, CollegeHumor had expanded our audience to about 500,000 people. I think that brings us to a tip. Yes. Try to find websites with large audiences to feature your content. I know CollegeHumor takes user-submitted videos, so if you can get your stuff on a site like CollegeHumor or like Funny or Die, you'll reach more people.
Yep. All right, moving right along. 2010.
Yay.
Third year of videos. 300th video-ish? March 13, 2010. This is just 2 years ago.
Hey, you're watching Jake and Amir.
Nice mustache, Jake.
I don't have a mustache.
They don't know that. Oh, here we go. Oh, hey, no. Why? What? My kick. Hey, can I actually ask you a super personal question today?
No, you can't.
Okay, you've been acting like a real bitch ever since that kick. Did I say something to you? Or did I do something?
You did something to me. You kicked cereal into my face.
Jake, come on. You know the saying, there's no use crying over spilled milk.
That's not a phrase, okay? Nobody's talking to you.
She's defending you, and that is the phrase. I can't believe this. This is insane. I have to go home now. I have to go home and shower.
Jake, wait! Okay, your sunglasses look ridiculous and stupid. They look really dumb.
Okay, well, it doesn't matter, because I'm just gonna go.
Nah, 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 nah. Nah, 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 nah. Hey! Goodbye! Mondays.
It's Tuesday.
Whatever.
Thank you. Audio is getting better. We're now using HVX cameras, which have like a shotgun microphone attached to them, so we're recording audio and video separately. I think that the 2009 to 2010 videos represents like the biggest leap in quality. It actually started to look like something we're not embarrassed to show you guys. Editing, we're now using Final Cut Pro, which is 10 times easier than iMovie. If you guys, more difficult to use, but 10 times easier once you get the hang of it. Use Final Cut Pro to edit. It helps you immeasurably. It's easy and affordable, especially if you steal it illegally, which we're not suggesting, but you know, you can do, but you shouldn't, but maybe not. All right, we'll talk about it later. Distribution. We began putting our videos on YouTube as well as CollegeHumor. It was a huge debate for CollegeHumor whether or not they should even put their videos on YouTube, because the idea was that it might cannibalize views. People would start watching on YouTube instead of CollegeHumor, so the balance was, let's put the videos on CollegeHumor, let the diehard CollegeHumor / Jake and Amir fans find it first, and then we'll put it on YouTube after. And it sort of worked out. Our videos are still watched more on YouTube, even though they come out a month later than they do on CollegeHumor. And like, sometimes people see us on the street, they're like, oh, there's the guy from YouTube. I love your videos. I'm like, oh, you know, we have a website and you can watch like 8 unaired videos that you haven't seen yet. And he's like, nah, whatever, I'll wait till it's on YouTube. Some more distribution is more views. This particular video we checked last week had 400,000 views on College Humor and over 1 million views on YouTube. People love cereal. Tip number 8, people love cereal. No, it's put your videos on YouTube. They have an enormous built-in audience. It's just, the fact is, so many people go to YouTube, more people than will ever go to your website. And if you put it on YouTube, it's just exposing it to an audience that you couldn't reach otherwise. A lot of people are sort of elitist about not using YouTube because it's the man, but we suggest giving into the man. Last year, this is our 400th-ish video, year 4. It's called New Voice. See if you can spot the improvements. What'd you guys think? Short, right?
Keep it snappy.
Interior, office, day. The year is 2011.
Out of time.
Okay.
Hey,
I don't like it.
I haven't even told you what it is yet.
Is it the voice?
Barely. It's such a subtle change. I'm surprised you even realized it.
Not.
Subtle, but much better.
It's neither. God, you look really weird when you talk like that, too.
What are you talking? This is how I talk. This is natural for me, okay? I've been trying to talk like a high-pitched fool for the last 4 years.
That's not natural.
You make this face. How is this a natural thing?
Oh, Jake, cool voice.
Thanks. No? Yeah. Yes. 1 million times yes, okay? This is mine now. I am begging you not to do this. Beg all you want, okay? You don't get a voice that's chill and then just give it up. This has gone from being the best day of my life to the second worst. Easily. Don't be a baby, dude. You're acting like I'm telling you to stop doing the voice. We can both do it. And people are gonna think I stole it from you. Let them think what they want. No! You're not, are you really not even gonna clarify that? You're not gonna get down there like a f***ing dog. Not a dog. Yes, like a dog. I don't get down on the ground like a goddamn puppy to clarify for people, alright? Let them think that you stole it. It's honestly better for me. Yeah, I've never seen, you're being so mean right now. If you're gonna steal it and not clarify that you stole it from me when people accuse you of stealing it, at least admit that you're being mean right now. Listen, man, I know. I'll be the first to admit it's a dick move. Yeah, I was the first to admit it's a dick move. I'm well aware of that. I'm sorry, but what would you do in my position if you had a voice this chill? I would keep the voice. Obviously. But I would clarify. No, you're saying that's what you want now because that's what you do in my position. Okay, you gotta learn how to empathize, man. Come on, that's not even crying. What are you? What? Yeah, I can lose the voice and then pick it back up. Doesn't mean shit. You're not even doing it right. Oh, I'm doing it right because this is my voice and you stole it from me, okay? My voice rules, your voice rules. How's that for fair?
Jake, I was being sarcastic. It's not a cool voice.
No shit, bitch. I know. I like my regular voice just fine, thank you.
So I can keep. I reserve the right to take it back, okay? Pending a second opinion. No offense, Pat, but you're a little bit of a bitch too.
Alright, so at this point we're recording with a boom operator, which results in very good sound quality. So this brings us to another tip. Invest in good sound equipment. It costs some money, but it's worth it because people should, if your videos are funny, people should hear the jokes. And we're shooting on Canon 7Ds, which is, I mean, they're very good cameras. They cost less than $2,000, and it's also a good investment. Tighter. No dead space in between lines.
Yeah, we try to overlap our lines as much as possible.
Yes. There is a new intro to keep up with College Humor branding. They sort of branded all their videos with one intro. And I'm also becoming insecure in my own way, which you kind of have to do if you've been doing a web series for 400 videos. Yeah, you just have to change it up because nobody likes change that much, but also people don't like the same thing for a long time.
That's right. Especially
us as writers, we like to keep it interesting.
We're going to show you one last video, which is just from 2012, just a couple months ago, just to show you where we are now.
Hey, you're watching Jake and Amir.
Purple nurple.
Why are you twisting your nipples?
Ow.
What were you doing? What? You're staring at me?
New shirt.
Yeah.
I know, yeah. You don't have to say yeah. I know it is.
You said new shirt. What do you want me to say to that? How should I respond?
Say, I know you know.
Trying to...
What?
I I didn't finish talking. You interrupted me and you said what? Mid-sentence.
Short sleeve.
It's actually long sleeve. Rolled it up.
It is new though, right?
It's new, yeah.
Where'd you get the
Not
shirt?
gonna
Tell me where you got it, because I want to know. That's why I want to know, because I want to get the shirt too. I'm not gonna wear it the same day as you. I'm gonna wear it on different days. We can alternate. People won't ever see us wearing the same shirt at the same time. Yeah, they won't say, oh, okay, these two guys are wearing the same shirt.
You want that to
It won't look like a mirror image. So yeah, I'll wear it on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you on Tuesday, Thursdays. How's that? How's that for a plan? How about I get the same shirt as you? What if we do the same size? We do different shirts. I'll just get them in the same style, in the same style as it. I'm really stressed out because I'm afraid that at the end of the day, you're not gonna.
3 seconds. 5, 4.
I'm afraid that you're not gonna end up telling me what shirt, because I can't, like, what, I'm gonna walk into a store and go like, hey, can I get one that's red and plaid just like Jake's? They don't know who you are. I'm gonna take a picture and send it to you, but like, what's that gonna get done at the end of the day? Give me your range. Give me your range. Give me your range, okay? Give me like 10 stores, I'll go to each one and I'll figure out what shirt you're wearing. Why is that pathetic that I wanna wear a cool shirt? You're wearing that shirt. Are you pathetic? Answer me that. Are you pathetic? It's not like I wanna wear one on the same day. It's not like I'm gonna wear it on the same day. We can alternate days.
So that means that you have to call you before work. I have to check in with you to see I can wear my shirt.
I can wear it Wednesday.
Then we can just share this shirt by your logic.
Yeah, I want to do that. I want to share clothes with you, but I feel like I would suddenly ease into that by getting the same clothes as you. And then
knowing that you want to do that ultimately really freaks me out.
Just wear the same clothes. We can wear the same clothes. Put them in the same.
Fine, I got it at Forever 21, okay? Are you happy now? Forever 21. There's a unisex section upstairs.
I got the shirt. I said I wouldn't get the shirt. I didn't get the shirt. I called your bluff, and you lost.
Whoa, twinsies! Did you guys plan that, or?
Yeah. Not much to say about this one that's any different than the one before, so our little tip is to find a way to keep things fresh. That script was mostly unscripted. It was mostly improvised. So, last slide is, what can you learn from our mistakes? Quickly. 1, keep it short, 2 minutes or less. 2,
keep it clear. Invest in audio and video.
that's right, the 2 most important things in the world. Keep it simple. Small cast, 1 location. It's easy to shoot if you don't move around too much, and shooting outside is a bitch.
Keep it accessible. Find multiple channels of distribution.
Keep it consistent. People will come back if you release it every, at a consistent day of the week. We do Tuesdays and Thursdays. You can do whatever as long as people can rely on a specific day of the week to go to. Next.
Keep it going. Practice makes perfect. Your first few videos might not be great. Your first 100 might not be great, but if you just keep on doing it, they'll get better.
We promise. Unless you're not funny. The end. So, yeah, okay, we're gonna sit down now. With a microphone or without? Okay, cool.
All right, we have 10 minutes, 5 questions. All right, cool. All right, we have 10 minutes. I need it to be like 2 minutes or less, right, per question. So Jake and Amir started like an odd couple routine. I mean, you bring your own twist, your own version, your own style, yourself to it. How do you evolve over 500 episodes without effect? There is an effectivity. I mean, it's effective to do the funny guy and the straight guy. How do you change without hampering that?
People, it's true, when you make something a little bit different, you will get some resentment for it, so we try to keep the core values the same as we always have, which is somebody who wants to look great in the eyes of somebody else, but we also try to do things that change it up a little. So we gave Jake some insecurities. He's very insecure about fashion and women, so it gives him a chance to be like a little crazy too, not so two-dimensional. So we try to keep everything at the core the same, but change some periphery every now and again, introduce some new characters, and some people will complain, but overall you have to do what makes you laugh.
Ditto.
All right, this is Israel. I think this is a question that begs to be asked. There is such a thing as Jewish humor. I mean, through cinema and theater, there is a brand to that, and I believe that you guys bring a new voice to Jewish humor online, obviously, since you're Jewish. So, is that part of it? I mean, how does it feel? Do you feel it? Do you think it's part of your...
I think I feel it, but it's not necessarily intentional. My dad's side of the family is all Jewish, and that's kind of where I got my sense of humor. and a lot of the TV shows I identified with growing up, a lot of the comedies were written by Jewish writers and Jewish actors. So I think that, yeah, but I've never felt like I was trying to find like a Jewish voice or anything. It's just, that's the one I have. Ditto.
Okay. So, what do you think is the future? Because you guys have done an episode called Fire, which was 30 minutes and was distributed for, how much was it? $3? It was half an hour. Do you think the future of web content would be more like 2 minutes or less, or the half an hours?
Hopefully there's room for both. We did an experiment, like you said, which was a half-hour special, which was more of a longer story, and charged for it. And we were able to make our money back and more, which was sort of completely new for College Humor, because content on the internet is usually entirely free, and you support it with ads. So maybe the future is starting to be a little bit more friendly in terms of people paying. But at the same time, we kept the free videos going, because if we stopped the free videos and said, we have a special and we're going to charge for it, everybody would complain.
But the Fire then was profitable, right?
Yes.
So how come we didn't do more of that?
Because it probably wasn't as profitable as making 2-minute videos and then having advertisements around the video. But, you know, it's just one experiment. So maybe the next one will be more profitable, maybe the next one will be less, and we won't know that until we make more. Hopefully we'll get a chance to. And it also showcases, even if it doesn't necessarily make a lot of money, we still broke even. It was a free episode, and all the ones that you saw probably cost money. So it was a huge success in that regard.
Yeah. And you can see it now for free, right?
Guys? No, we were actually just discussing that yesterday, how we should probably, since it's been like 6 months or so, just release it for free. For free?
Installed it, yeah.
Yeah, you went into a Best Buy and installed the DVD. I saw you, yeah.
No, but
that was not okay.
But for thrill. But the video I saw.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think it's on your site or Facebook.
Oh, great.
We'll take it down.
Thank you. You're under arrest.
So the web today, and you guys have showed your evolution, and the web today is far different than what it was 2007. I mean, 2007, 2006. So starting up today, in what the web is now, what tips, what message, what anything you have to say to somebody who starts right now and wants to get his expression out there?
I guess when we were coming out, YouTube was a pretty new site. Vimeo was brand new. So the pool is a lot bigger. It's tougher to jump in, and you sort of feel like you're tossing a video into an abyss, and you're like not sure if anybody's ever going to see it. But I guess nothing's changed in the sense that you've got to make it, you've got to put it out there. Have faith that it's good and people find good videos, and use your friends to help promote, friends and family and stuff like that.
Yeah, like with anything in terms of entertainment or content, it's half skill and half luck. So it has to be good, and then you have to get lucky, but you also have to have something good in order to get lucky.
Okay. I think, again, it will interest people here. Can somebody from outside of the States can contribute to College Humor, or?
Oh God, no.
No,
what are you, insane?
No.
No.
Asked me to say that. I didn't think.
Yes, of course, anybody can submit stuff to College Humor. We accept videos from everywhere. I think we've even put up some Israeli comedy videos. They do terrible, but we'll put them up.
Politically correct.
Yeah.
But is it possible to start projects like sending scripts or sending beginnings of ideas, or have some sort of collaboration that is beyond just sending it and having it posted?
That we don't usually do. We don't usually accept outside script submissions. We like to keep all the script writing in-house, but if you make your own video and give it to us and it's funny, then we'll put them up on the site. But as always, you should also put it on YouTube and send it to other websites. So if 10,000 people watch it, it might not be a lot, but if 10,000 people watch it on 10 different websites, suddenly 20 million people are watching if I did the math right.
Yeah. You guys have integrated brands into your work in some cases. And again, I think part of your success is the fact that you have a very unique voice. And how do you when you integrate brands, it makes a lot of sense from a business standpoint. How do you keep the clients happy and your audience happy? How do you keep the balance?
The trick has been to lie to the advertisers and tell them that the videos did better than they did. But aside from that, I guess the trick is just, whenever we made an video with advertising in it, we just try to be transparent. We're like, we've made this video with advertising in it, and hopefully our audience is smart enough to know that the videos we make with advertising, we take that money and keep the series going, and we pay our boom operators, we pay our camera ops, and we buy new editing equipment and stuff. So as long as we take the money and don't make a ton of ad sales videos just to get rich, we just take the money and keep the series going. I think people sort of trust us.
Were you asked ever by an advertiser to change something?
I think so. Yes, definitely. But
can you share?
I'm trying to remember what it was.
Yeah. Well, there's sort of different levels of ad sales involvement. Like sometimes they'll ask us to wear a hat in a video and we can keep the script as is. So we're like, sure. Then there's sometimes they're like, we want you guys to talk about an alcohol brand and do 10 commercials for us, and those will be episodes. And we're like, we'll do that in addition to the actual episodes, but we won't actually put them in our actual episodes. So they give us notes on videos that we make for them that go on their Facebook page, but they don't really have any hand in the creative process of the videos that we put up on our site.
Okay, you guys obviously have international audience. Is that something you figure into account? Do you approach the international community in a different way?
No, I wouldn't necessarily say we try to play to an international audience. We made the Hebrew video because we thought, oh, let's use some of the strengths that we have naturally, which is my sort of ability to speak some level of Hebrew, although a lot of Israelis have reminded me today that it was awful. So we do use our strengths like that, but at the same time, that video did very well over here. Whenever people talk to me about a video, that's the one they show people. So maybe we should start doing like videos in Spanish, start learning other languages.
Or just do more Hebrew videos.
Yeah, that could do too.
Okay, and last question, where do you see yourself in 2 years? I mean,
Jake's probably going to live in Tel Aviv, right? And as far as our careers, hopefully we're making more inroads to longer content, either more 30-minute specials online or hopefully trying to do something in television or film.
Right, and at the same time, I think we'll always have a special place in our heart for the internet, because the internet helped us grow our audience and it helps us interact with our fans. We're always like on Facebook and Twitter and in the comment section of our website. So it's TV and film is still sort of the end goal for us, but the internet is just a way to stay connected with people that have supported us for this long.
So we'll take questions from the audience.
Amir, you said before about, as we finished watching one of the videos, that this particular part, or this or that particular part, had the biggest laugh. Got the biggest laugh, I think it was the shot where everyone's standing over you getting scared. And I know that College Humor has done live shows before. I don't know if you've participated in that or not, but standing here and getting the reaction from, rather than sending it out and just watching seeing how the clicks grow and how the numbers grow, how do you feel differently about, I don't know if these particular sketches, other sketches that you got to see the audience react, how do you feel differently? Do you think you've learned something from that, or would you rather change something, or what's the dynamics?
Yeah, watching it with a live audience is always more exciting and nervous, because when you guys don't laugh, I feel it, and when you guys do laugh, I feel like this release. So, but that's part of what we like about the internet. We just make what makes us laugh, and we send it off, and we hear whether people like it or not. There's sort of a level of, there's a buffer in between us and the audience. And we do live shows, but they're very nerve-wracking for that regard, because when people don't laugh, it really hurts us more than a negative comment would. Like if somebody watches the video and doesn't laugh, that's fine with us, because we don't usually stand over their shoulder while they're not laughing.
So continuing on that, how do you measure a failure?
Sorry, what's your name?
Okay,
yeah.
If it's fine. How do you measure a fair video? I mean, you never get the response, right? Only by numbers, by views?
Oh, how do we gauge feedback?
How do you consider one of your released videos a failure?
Oh.
When? Why?
Yeah, we read the comments, we look at the view count, and we also work at the College Humor office in New York, so usually just by the amount of people that come up to us and tell us the video was funny, we get the sense that we like it. Also, sometimes we laugh a lot while we're making a video and a lot while we're editing a video, and usually those are our favorites because they made us laugh, and we just trust that everybody that's been watching our videos for this long has a very similar sense of humor to us.
Guys, I was hoping you could touch briefly on the prank wars videos that you made, and especially Jake, if you can answer how
this is my forte right now.
How you can still stay friends with Amir after what he did to you in the parachuting prank.
That wasn't me, actually. That's Amir.
Sorry.
That's Amir and Streeter, which is why I can comment on it as an unbiased opinion. I'll give it to Amir.
Yeah, it's true, that wasn't Jake.
Question answered.
Anyone?
Any more questions about the prank wars?
No. Did you ever get any, from television? Did they approach you and offered you a show, outside of the internet? And if they did, would you like to move from the? You said before that you see yourself in 2 years, doing television and film. Nobody suggested that until now.
This guy offering us a show.
Whoa.
He's huge.
We'll take it. There have been some inquiries, but nothing serious enough to the to the extent that we'll actually be on TV. So we're always exploring that, but nothing too serious. We had one show on MTV called the CollegeHumor Show, which was which was all of College Humor as a TV show, and there was some Jake and Amir elements in that, but there hasn't been, something that has allowed us to take it to TV yet. But maybe our best bet is to do something separately that's sort of like Jake and Amir, that's not exactly Jake and Amir. It's like a different office sitcom where two characters are sort of like that, but not exactly.
Of a bunch of writers and comedians, and we were writing our own jokes, and we were making these bits. We were just doing these bits in the office that were making all of our friends laugh, and we thought, well, why don't we'll make our own videos, because we don't want to wait for College Humor to produce them, wait several weeks. We could do it in an afternoon.
Yeah, a lot of it is just latent creative energy that is often misrepresented in written words.
Hey, last question now.
Hello. Sometimes you guys do series, like Ace and Jocelyn or other stuff. I'm blanking right now. But when do you guys decide to continue a series or just let it go?
Yeah, just how do we come up with any idea for a video? Sometimes it just the mood or inspiration strikes us, or we get an idea that would work well with a series. So we'll have special guest stars come in. We've done a lot of videos with this actor Ben Schwartz, who makes us laugh. And so when he's around, we're like, oh, that'll be a funny video to write and produce. So we do that, or we have an idea for an Ace and Jocelyn, which is, we don't have to get into that, but so we'll do one of those. But it's nothing premeditated or anything like that.
Well, sometimes it's a little premeditated. Just if we get, I think we suggested. Amir said to me, oh, we should do a video where I get a girlfriend and you steal her. And we were so excited, we liked the idea so much that we turned it into an 8-part story. And we took a trip to LA, and we were like, oh, let's shoot a bunch of videos in Los Angeles, so we made a 4-parter. So sometimes something, if it really excites us, we just want to write a lot of it, and we'll make a couple videos about it.
Uh-oh, my computer's back.
Wow.
Don't open the recycling bin.
Final comments, last words, famous last words.
This week has been amazing, so thanks everyone for having me. Ta-da.